Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Another beautiful day in paradise.
Yeah. Don't you get bored of it?
Are you kidding? I am so busy.
Are you?
Yeah, like I'm doing a little art promo stuff and fixing up this apartment
Are
and
you doing any tchotchke business?
a little. I did a little with Georgetown and a little bit with Hilton. So not
Oh,
huge, but it adds up, right?
right.
So yeah, it's all good. Karen's been keeping me busy. She's leaving on Saturday. So we've been organizing and
How's your daughter? Her
Karen's,
daughter.
She's good.
What is she doing now?
She's playing softball in the World Championships in Alabama right now.
Gosh.
for Canada, right?
Mhm.
For Team Canada.
Okay, that's good.
And she moved to San Diego.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How about her boyfriend?
He went with her.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my coffee.
Yeah.
San
So
Diego,
life's good.
Diego's not,
She loves San Diego.
what's there not to love?
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to be in California, you might as well be there.
She's not too far from her mother, right?
Yeah. So they go back and forth a lot. So they get to see each other a lot more, which is nice.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we should get going. I don't know where everybody else is,
Okay.
but let's start. Don't forget to mute your computer.
Yes.
Could we turn that down a little? Okay. I think we're ready. Oh, this is going to feel fabulous. Take a big deep breath. Reach your arms really long and pull in the stomach and fire up the back of the body. Come back down just halfway. Let your palms face forward if they aren't already. Look at him. And then sweep back up. And then come back down. And just kind of go between the two. It should feel like a little bit of work to do this, but not totally strenuous. Just warming up the shoulders a bit. Okay, now hold them down and try to move those hands to the back of the room. And then just relax them. Take your feet to the width of the mat. Keep really tall and long today. Like keep thinking, how can I get taller? Right arm is going to come up, straight up to the ceiling. Don't take it over. We're just bringing a little bit of length here to the side body. And then do the same on the other side. Lots of stretching today for you, Mark. And for us, we love it. Really try to get that arm long like you're reaching for the ceiling. Okay, now we're going to take the arm up exactly where it was. We're going to push that hip out and take it over a little as you try to grow more length to the side body. Now come back. Remember to keep the tummy pulling in. That activation needs to be there. Hips going to push out and just add some length and a little side angle. And then come back. Do it again. Hip goes out, arm goes up and over. And then come back. Last time. Okay, keep the feet nice and wide. Make a fist, pull the elbows back. Hinge a little. We're not going far, and then we're coming right back up. Push all the weight into the heels. And keep this tummy activation. My goodness, there's so much to remember when we do this. Okay, come halfway down. And you're just going to release the arms and let your head go. So you're just kind of looking through your legs. Now, if you want to support your back, because you're not limber yet, put your elbows above your knees on your thighs. Now bend your knees a little bit, bend your legs, and then go back to an almost straight leg if you can, or a straight leg, and then bend, and then straighten. And just kind of oscillate between the two. You might be ready to go to more of a straight leg on each of these as the back of the legs get more length to them. Okay, now come back to that fold. The hands are down on the floor. I want you to walk your feet all the way together so they're touching. Now get your stomach and your butt cheeks working. Straighten out the legs and just hold this pose. And now bend at the knee. Try to pull the knees in towards each other, almost isometrically, so you're getting a little bit of the inner thighs coming to the party here. And just go between the two. Okay, now keep the bend in the legs. Take one hand at a time above your knees and come back up to standing. Just really round these shoulders. So take them up and back and down. There we go. That should feel good. Now, even standing like this with our feet together is a bit of a balance challenge. So I want you to hold really good posture. Open up your palms and take the arms back. Lift the right heel off the floor. Keep the toes down. And then switch. Left heel comes up. Your feet are still touching, and switch. Try to sweep the arms back a little bit more so they're nice and strong and working. And now this time, we're going to keep the arms back. We're going to pick the foot up off the floor completely. Just hold it there. Now put it down, close to the other one, and pick up this foot. Keep your tummy pushing in. That's an activation you need to have. Okay, switch. Well, it's an activation that's best to have because it really protects your back. Whoops, little mosquito. Switch feet. Okay, now we're going to flip the palms up to the ceiling. Keep the foot up and start to drive the arms up. Now they don't need to get close at the top, but try not to sink into this right hip. So try to lift up out of it and then switch. Lift up out of the other one. Bring your hands to heart. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Switch feet again. Lift your knee up. So knee is a little higher than the hip. And switch. Now remember, we're lifting up and out of the hip that's doing all the work. And switch again. Now, keep your leg bent. Move your foot back. This is a hamstring activation. Now switch. Just pick up that heel as high as you can up towards your butt. You should feel right away that hamstring get really tight. And switch. So it's like slow motion butt kicks. Keep going, alternating side to side. You're not moving fast. You're trying to make it great. Okay, now take your feet hip width apart. Butt back, hands are going to stay at your heart. Just give me a nice little fold. So bringing length to the back of the legs now. Hold it down here where you feel that really big tug. Release the hands to your shins. You can support them if you feel the need. Otherwise, if you want to activate those muscles in the upper arms, push your hands into your shins. Now, come into a little squat. Release the arms forward so they're parallel to the floor. Try to stay nice and broad through your shoulders. Now come all the way up, bring the arms up, and then come all the way back down. Nice and slow. Little squat here, doesn't need to be huge yet. We're gonna make them huge, but not quite yet. This is still part of your warm up. Come on down. And back up. And one more, you're gonna hold it down. Hold it. See if you can lift the arms a little bit, just to make a little more challenge for the upper back. Okay, now come into a full forward fold and look through your knees to the back of the room. Try to just let the upper body hang out where it wants to go. You can let the shoulders release, let your head go. Close your eyes, take some big deep breaths if you can. So as you breathe, try to expand through your rib cage. Okay, bend your legs so you can get your hands down on the floor. We're going to walk out to a plank. So hands are going to walk forward, your feet step back. Meet me in your high plank. Little breaks in the elbows, of course. Now straighten out those legs. So you're driving those heels backwards. Your shoulders are over your hips. Let's get control of this belly. We want to work our six-pack muscle today. Now let's bring the arms through your first down dog of the day. Stay here and breathe. When you're in your down dog, try to close your eyes because it really gives you an opportunity to get lost. Let your brain just kind of go. Okay, let's bring our knees down to the floor. Keep your toes tucked under. Walk your hands back so they're under the shoulders. Give me some nice slow motion cat-cows. So if you want to hang out in one of the positions longer than the other, go for it. It's your workout today. So even when you're in the cow move, you want to pull in the stomach. We have to train our belly not to bulge out, to come in. So you got to work those muscles. Okay, give me a neutral spine here. Take your right arm forward, nice and long. Your palm faces the midline of the body. Now let's take this left leg, sweep it back. Try not to have your weight shift towards the right side. And then let's do the same on the other side. Keep your toes tucked under, left arm out, right leg back. And switch again. Try to really minimize your weight shifting. And switch again. And from here, we're going to come into a bear. So just elevate off both knees. Now pull to a small down dog. So try not to move your feet. You should have your heels on the floor. Now come back into that little bear. And back to the down dog. And just keep oscillating between the two. It's a great way to warm up your core. Okay, let's put those knees down. You're going to walk the hands all the way to the front of your mat. Try to get them close to the corners so you've got big distance between the hands. They're spread further apart than shoulder width. And you're going to set those hips back over the heels. Get a nice lat stretch. Like, why not, right? Feels good. So you keep your neck nice and long. You're not forcing anything. Again, any opportunity today that you have to close your eyes, take it. Okay, walk the hands back. So you're back in your quadruped position. Come into a down dog. Step your feet back a little bit so it's hard for you to get the heels down. That's how wide we want to be. So you're getting a nice calf stretch. So both heels are trying to be on the floor, but they're not quite getting there. Now let's pick that left leg up. Nothing else changes. Put it down. Switch legs. Put it down. Left one up. Open your hip. Lift the leg nice and high. Equally weighting both arms. Put it down. Right side. Put it down. Pull forward to a high plank. Now from here, we're going to lower onto the forearms. So you're in your low plank. Just hold. Now I'm going to slow motion ask you to put your hips on the floor. Come onto the tops of your feet. Just hang out here. This is stretching out your tummy muscles. Keep your glutes engaged. You don't ever want to let them release today if you can avoid it. Okay, we're going to put our chest down on the floor, and we're going to have our hands right by our chest on the floor. You're still keeping your glutes firing. Now take your face and keep your neck nice and long. So look down at the floor with your eyes closed. Now lift the chest using your erectus spinae muscles that run along your spine. Now pull in the stomach. Now breathe 5 times here. So not a lot of weight pushing into the floor with your hands. They're just resting on the floor. You want to be using the back muscles here. Okay, if you have a towel, use it. Turn your head to the side. Release everything. Keep your hands where they are. Okay, pull in the stomach. Activate your glutes. Take your face off the floor. Look down. Keep your neck long. Lift your chest up off the floor. If you can, lift your hands off the floor an inch. Lift your elbows an inch higher and squeeze them into each other. Relax, turn your face to the side, let it all hang out. Okay, take those toes, tuck them under. Lift your face off the floor, look down again, lift your chest, lift the hands. Now take the toes off the floor a few inches. Hamstring activation. Hold. Hollow out the belly and breathe 5 times. Get your chest higher, elbows higher. Okay, push up off the floor. We're going to do some cat-cows just to stretch out that lower back a little bit. So I want you to come into a cat. Look at your knees and hold this pose. Okay, now flatten out your feet. Open up your knees the width of the mat and sit back into a child's pose. Walk your arms forward. Forehead on the floor if you like. This is kind of like a pose where you create your own version of what feels good for you. More importantly, you're breathing really big. Okay, let's come up onto all fours. Bring your knees back in so they're hip width apart. Your quadruped position. We're going to come up into bear. Hold it. And make sure your face is looking down and you haven't dropped your head. Now, back onto the heels into that small down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. I want you to inhale and extend to a flat back. And then do a nice slow reverse swan dive all the way back up. Hello. Sweep your arms up, nice and long. Hands to heart. I'm going to have you step your left foot forward. Big step. High on the toes on the back foot. Sweep the arms up. So right now I'm trying to bring a little length into your right hip flexor. If you're not feeling that nice little tug, maybe you need to take your feet a little further apart. Bring your hands back down to heart. Now straighten that front leg. Now bend that front leg. Big bend. So this is all quad working here. Straighten it. And bend. And straighten. Now, as we bend this time, I want you to add a forward lean. So you're leaning into it, pushing away through the heel, shoulders back over the hips. Bend, lean. Back to that straight leg. One more time. Hold it down. Now add a little rotation left. Nice. Come back square. Go the other way. Little balance challenge going the other way, right? Take it left again. And take it all the way right, not stopping. And all the way left. Nice job. Release your hands down to the floor. Straighten out that front leg if you can. This is a nice hamstring stretch. How good does that feel? Now, if you need to walk your back foot in a little bit to get comfortable here, do it. You always have to sort of readjust based on how your body feels today. You can always have your hands on your shin if you're looking for a more supportive action. Now bend the front leg, push back through the heel and straighten it. And keep repeating that slowly. So when you push it back, really do your best to get the legs straight. One more. Nice. Now bring your hands back to your chest. Lift yourself back up to where we started. Shoulders over hips. Sweep the arms up again. Now, if we can, bring your hands back to heart. I want you to take that back foot, step it back a little bit further, or wiggle it back if that's a more stable way for you to get there. Sweep the arms back up. Bigger opportunity here to open up this hip flexor. If you want to take your gaze, look up, it makes it a little harder for you to balance. Okay, we're going to turn to face the right side of our room and come onto the side of that back foot. Nice. Keep the arms really long. Now straighten the front leg. Flip this palm to face the ceiling. Sweep it up and your other hand rests on your back leg. Take your gaze, look up. Come back to that bend, palms face the earth. Now I'm going to have you step your back foot in, maybe 12 inches. Left hand comes down onto your leg, right arm up towards the ceiling. Push those hips towards the back of the room. We're going to come into a side angle pose. You see a lot of people move their torso forward to get there. I want you to just slowly slide your hand down your leg. And if you're as far as it feels good, if it doesn't feel good to go any farther, don't go any farther, right? It's all about your body. So we're getting a nice little release through that inner thigh of the front leg. Okay, now take the right hand down to your hip. Slide your left hand back up. Step your back foot forward. Big deep breath. Nice slow swan dive all the way down. Nice job. Inhale, extend, flat back. Exhale, back down. Palms to the floor, step back plank. Pull through down dog. Lift your left leg up, open the hip, get the leg nice and high. Now you're going to bend the leg and lift from the knee. So you're doing a big glute activation. Put that foot down, switch sides. Lift, open, and bend. Put that leg down. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Meet me in your forward fold. You might have an opportunity here to let the torso get a little closer to your thighs. Inhale, extend, flat back. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Sweep the arms to the sky. Hands to heart. Step your right foot forward. Big step. Go for it. Sweep it up. Now, almost a straight leg in the front, just don't lock it out. You might notice that, oh my goodness, this side is so much tighter than when you did the other side. Perfectly normal. Okay, hands to heart. I want you to give me a big bend through this front leg. Push back through your heel. So you're doing your best to try not to weight the toes. Okay, we're going to add a nice forward lean to this bend. Lean in. Push away. Do it again. Lots of work for the top of that leg. Okay, keep your big forward lane. Let's rotate to the right, both shoulders. Come back square and go the other side. You're giving me as much rotation each time as you can, right, with your forward lean. Just keep oscillating between the two. Stay nice and high on the back foot. Great job. Meet me square with your shoulders. Come back up, push to a straight leg in the front, sweep the arms up. Nice. Little bend in the front leg so you're not locked out. Hands to heart. Step your other foot back a little bit or wiggle it, either way. Sweep the arms up. We're going to hang out here for 3 big breaths. Make sure you're firing this left glute in the back. Okay, take the arms all the way down. We're going to step back and meet in a plank. Take it to a down dog. Come back to a plank. Left knee to left elbow. Sweep back, down dog. Right knee to right elbow. Pull forward. Sweep back, down dog. And keep that going. When you pull that knee forward, you're trying to lift it up as well. Give me 3 more of your best effort. Meet me in your plank. Make sure you're using your glute muscles. We're going to do a little hover and go right to our up dog. So you make that hover as small as you need to. Now, tuck your toes under, drive your hips backwards. Isometrically pull your hands towards your knees. Come forward with your belly pressing up and into the spine. Shoulders over wrists. Off your knees, back to your down dog. Hold here 5 big breaths. Down dog, Karen. Nice, easy breathing in and out through the nose. Make sure you can still see your peripheral, your arms through your peripheral vision. Pull forward to plank. Step your left foot all the way up between your hands. We're going to come into lizard. So I'm going to have you take that left hand to the inside of that front foot. Maybe slide your back foot further back and put your knee on the floor. Now, we're going to come up with our left hand onto this left knee and let your hips come as far forward as they're willing while you keep your right butt cheek really tight. Great job. Now take this left hand, try to open this left knee a little bit to the left. Now bring it back so your knee is over your heel. Take that left hand back to the floor, come off your back knee. Hold that back leg straight here. Now, hop that back foot in a little closer and straighten your front leg. Come onto your fingertips. Come nice and high on the toes on the back foot. Now bend your front knee. Drive your right heel to the floor. Great job. Left hand to the outside of that foot. Step back, meet me in your plank. Let's do that nice little hover and come right to your up dog. Great work. We're going to keep the toes tucked under and our glutes really tight. Come back up to plank with your tummy in. Pull through down dog. Make sure you can see your arms. Let's bring that right foot up between our hands this time. Take that right hand to the inside of that front foot. Let that left knee come down. Right hand onto that leg. Keep your left glute firing. You can use that hand, open up that leg a little bit. This is really good for your inner thighs and your hips. Now take that knee, bring it back so it's over the heel. Take this right hand down, come off that back leg. Step that back foot in a little and straighten the front leg. Inhale and extend to a flat back. And if you need to step your back foot in more, do it. Okay, bend your front leg, hands down, step back plank. Let both heels rotate to the right so you're on the sides of your feet, feeling a nice little side body activation. Now here, I want you to lift up an inch and lower an inch. It's a tiny movement. Just working the obliques. Okay, come on to the toes. When you start this move, you should have your feet at least 6 to 8 inches apart, and then roll to the sides of the feet. Up and down with those hips an inch. Come back to the toes and meet me in your down dog. Oh, how good does that feel? Walk your feet forward to the middle of your mat. Meet me in a forward fold. Little single leg balance. Coming up. Both hands hold your left ankle. Sweep your right leg back behind you. So you're just balancing on one leg. Now, activate the back leg. Try to move your hips an inch further back. Try to lift your back leg a little higher. Try to get rid of the wobble in the foot and just calm your mind. Okay, let's take that right foot down. Nice job. Both hands over to the right leg. Right ankle, I'm sorry. Sweep your left leg back. Nice job. Try to drift the hips back as you lift that leg as high as you can. Relax that foot back to the floor. I want you to stay in your forward fold, but turn to face the right side of your room. Keep your head relaxed so you're just looking through your knees. I want you to walk your feet out. Maybe not as far as you can, but pretty far. Hands to the floor, right off the mat. So you're moving them forward and you're drifting your hips backwards. Now, just let the top of the head hover above the floor, bend through the elbows. Now, push into the floor, lift the spine, lift your chest. You're extending to a flat back. Walk your fingertips back in so they're on your mat, right on the edge. Take your left hand off the floor, parallel to the floor, wrist and shoulder line up. Lift your shoulder up. The activation comes from the shoulder. Take it down slowly. Same thing, other side. And back down. And again. And back down. Nice job. Both hands onto your hips. Come back up to standing. Push the arms forward. Long and strong. Hips push back. Reach your arms forward. As you hinge, pull the hands back to the hips. Come back up to standing. Push the arms out. Hips back, arms out. Come back up. One more time. Back up. Walk your feet together. Now, of course, I forgot to do side angle pose facing the left side of the room. So we're going to do that right now. Step this left leg back. Come on to the back side of that foot. Take the arms out. So this side angle pose, how far are you supposed to take your feet? As far as you can get them and still feel stable, right? Flip this palm up, reach. Come back. So this hand, I like to start with your left hand on your hip. Right hand slides down. And again, it's not a race and it's not how low you go. It's just how good it feels for your body. Now, if you can take this arm up. Hang out here, nice big release for the front leg. Try not to let the torso pull forward. Nice. Now, if you want to test out your core strength, you just release the front hand off that leg and you come up nice and slow using your core. Now bend into that front leg. Nice. Bring the arm all the way down. Spiral forward, meet me in your plank. Hold it here for 5 more breaths. Today is going to be a great day. How awesome are we to be able to do this? Just hold, just breathe. Set your intention for the day. Like what's your mindset going to be like? Okay, let's do a little hover right to your up dog. Come onto the tops of your feet, pull in the stomach off the knees if you like. Just hold and breathe, little work for the arms. Nothing we haven't done before. Okay, knees down, tummy in, hips up, meet me in child's pose. Go there slowly, slow motion. And again, it's your version of it. Might be different than the last time we were here. Take really big breaths all the way into your lower back. Okay, come up onto all fours. Kick those feet to the side and then have a seat. Bring both legs forward. We're just going to sit in staff pose here. So I want you to move all that big, strong muscle out of the way. Hollow out the stomach and get nice and tall and long through the core. Bring the arms forward. Now lift them up. Now, palms are going to face forward. You're going to bend at the elbow. Try to drive your shoulders backwards and let the palms come down and then back up and lower. This is something we can all use the benefit of doing every day. This is shoulder rehab work. And again, there's no rule about range of motion. You don't want the shoulders rounding forward, so you work the range that you have. And the more you do it, the better we get. Nice. Keep the belly in. Push the arms forward. Palms are going to face each other. Now I want you to C-curve your spine. So start C-curving while you suck in the belly. Come down nice and slowly. Bend your knees. Relax your head. Your palms face each other, right over the shoulders. Take your left leg, reach it up towards the ceiling. Extend your right leg straight, 45 degrees from the floor. So you're using your core just to hold this pose. Now to amp it up, you take the arms back a few inches. Just hold. But you got to pull in the stomach. That's the most important. Let the leg go a little lower if you like. And let the arms go a little lower if you like. Both legs are locked out straight. Pull in, both knees to the chest. Now remember, when the work gets challenging, that's when your body needs all that oxygen. So you need to remember to breathe. Arms up. Right leg straight up to the ceiling. Walk it out. Left leg out 45 degrees. Hold. Drop the arms back a little. Hollow out your belly. Lower that leg a little more if you like. So both heels are pushing away. That's how you get that nice strong activation. Pull both knees into the chest. Nice work. Make a nice circle with your knees together. It's small, but it's a little free lower back massage. Change your direction. Okay, roll it forward. Come all the way up onto the toes. Yes, doggy likes my sweat. You like my sweat. Yeah, you're a good boy. Okay, hips up, look through your knees. Start walking your hands up your legs till you're standing up. Nice. Take a nice big deep breath. Fire up your glutes, of course. I don't need to remind you. Thank you guys so much for your power and strength. Namaste. Thank you. Can you turn that down a little, please? How are you guys?
Hello. Good.
How are you?
Mark.
Hello, how's everyone?
Good. Thank you. That was good. Good
It was
start
good.
to the day.
Are you feeling better, Sue? Your leg?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your leg?
Tore a little hamstring thing.
Ooh,
Ouch.
Yeah. But it was a little while ago on my bike. And so no, I've just been working it, and I went to a physio last week. That's good. Got my exercises, but this always helps. As a matter of fact, when he gave me my exercises, what we do in class is a lot of it, just stretching and getting at it. So
Good.
one suitcase squat like that. So
Yeah,
I was
that's
already
so-
halfway there.
I mean, that's all functional training,
Yeah.
because we're often having to do these types of motions throughout our day.
Yeah.
Even if you don't use a suitcase, it could be a case of water, it could be whatever. So
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I should do some now.
I
So
really-
yeah.
I really am a big fan of training with weights, just using one at a time. Because you really have to use your core. Don't you agree, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Suitcase squats, over anything that's just
What are suitcase squats?
oh, like you hold the weight by your side, you put it down on the floor, release it, and you come back up, and then you squat back down, pick it up.
Oh,
If you're using a heavy weight, you really have to engage, to stay nice and square. And that's why I just like doing one weight at a time. I feel like I get my core, coming to the party a lot more than if I don't.
yeah.
So
Cool.
Well, that was pretty restorative, I thought.
it's very restorative for
Yeah.
you. I like spoiling my sister.
But I wouldn't say it was super easy.
No, it wasn't easy.
Nobody said it was easy. Nobody.
Are you still working?
Me, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I work
what,
full-time, full
what do
on.
you do? What is your profession?
I'm a managing partner in a national consulting firm of chief marketing officers.
Wow.
So I run the West Coast for the company. I have 30 CMOs
Not too shabby.
on my team, and we go out and do interim work, projects, that kind of stuff.
Wow.
She's always working, Mark.
Don't work too much.
Well, you worked hard all your life, right? And now you get
Yeah.
to enjoy.
You're retired?
Yeah, but you know what? Don't wait too long to retire.
Mm.
Oh, well, I don't know how much longer I can keep this up, so we'll see.
But you do. I mean, the good news is that, most of her work can be remote, so she can travel, and
Just about all.
like she's got some big trips planned that are nice and exciting. So
Okay.
she's starting more and more to live a little bit of the good life. So it's all good.
I think
Good.
COVID made
All
us
good in the hood.
realize that the world is big and you got to get out and explore it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before your
Um,
body doesn't let you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a shame, eh? We work hard all our life, and then you just want to enjoy. So you want to be able to.
Yeah.
So anyways, thank you
Okay.
guys for being with us.
Thank you.
Mwah. Love you
See
See
you
you on the
guys.
Sunday.
weekend.
Have a lovely day. See you Saturday.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye, Sue.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mark.